Hey, spiritual family, how are y'all doing tonight? Of course, I'm here right on time, as always, 8:30ish Central Standard Time. How are you all doing? Well, I'm so glad that you joined me tonight because, as you can see, the title Shadow Work 101. Are you dating a dusty in disguise? Well, your high priestess is definitely going to share some of her experiences. So it's going to be a little bit of story time, and then I'm going to share with you some other things that I have actually written down because even though you all know that I like to joke around and have fun and all of that good stuff, tonight is going to be a little more serious, okay? We're going to get a little serious about this topic because really, our lives are at stake. Okay. Now, this goes for men and women. Okay. But you guys know that I do talk to the ladies a lot on this channel too. So, most of the men who watch this channel, this is not in regards to any of you all. Okay. This is something totally different. And the men who watch my channel and that I do business with, and all of that stuff. This is not in regards to any of you. So I don't want any of my male followers thinking that I'm talking about any of you all. Okay. Now this is just for a person that they don't have what they say that they have. They're not truly wealthy. They truly don't have these jobs and these businesses and things like that they're talking about. They have nothing to show for it. These are the dusties that I'm talking about. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna let you all get into the chat tonight. And yes, we got Veronica the Aries. Hey, Veronica, thanks you so much for stopping in tonight. And we got Debbie's honest opinion. Debbie says, "Good evening. Thank you so much, Debbie, for stopping by and gracing us with your presence." Yes. And Kay Harris. Hey, Kay Harris. Kay Harris says, "Greetings from the Midwest. I love your story time, priestess." Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we're going to get right into it. Hey, miscellaneous AB. We're going to get right into it because this is a matter of life and death, really, when you are dealing with people. And and so many young ladies that I do relationship counseling with or advice or readings, spirit readings about their situation. They go through certain things and they didn't see certain signs that they should have been watching out for, and it was because that they really didn't know. Like I said, and I keep saying it over and over again because it's true, the way that we were taught in society to be as women isn't really correct. It really doesn't really truly benefit us in a lot of different ways. And a lot of the stuff that we were taught how to act and just basically putting our own lives, sacrificing our own mental health, sacrificing our own happiness for a person that is not giving that back. They're not giving that same back, that same energy in return. They're not filling up your cup. They're not, pleasing you. They're not, giving you what you are supposed to have as a woman, a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever. You're just getting a short end of the stick. So the reason why is because a lot of these dusties, okay, these the quote dusty guys that are they're there to just waste your time. They're not there to truly help you or anything. They are there to benefit from you because they know what time it is. They know how society truly is, and they're not stuck on that whole concept of truly trying to get married and things like that. And there you go. You have all of these women who spend all of these years trying to be this perfect thing for this man or whatever. And no matter how much you cook, no matter how much you clean, no matter how much you sacrifice, you're not going to get that same energy back in return because it's not there. It's all a disguise, it's all a facade. Like for instance, at one time in my life, I had met a young man, and he had told me that that he was an entrepreneur. He had all of these businesses and different things like that. And later on, come to find out is that he really didn't. He was trying to get money from me to invest into his quote unquote dreams where none of that stuff existed. And he basically would take investment money where I thought that I was investing in this money. Go, come on now, we don't all got, okay? Where I thought I was investing, into this food stand or whatever. And we had it all planned out, or at least I thought that it was. But anyway, when it came time for me to put my part in on making the transaction with everything go through. So basically, I trusted him with this certain amount of money, which I believe at the time it was about 15,000. And I trusted him with that money to invest, and it ended up where he invested all right, but he invested into himself. And it ended up with him doing other women like this as well, which I tell you guys, it's not good to mix business with pleasure at all. If you are trying to do business and you find yourself, you're really attracted to a guy, truly attracted, it's going to be hard for you to distinguish that, and you can get yourself caught up in some stuff that you really don't need to, and you can also lose out. So, a lot of you all need to be aware of that. Yes, and hi, we got Latanya Jackson. She says, "Hello, my first time. Welcome, love. How are you doing?" Yes, and of course, my girl Clarissa Caldwell. She said, "What all did I miss?" I actually am just starting. Yes, and Veronica, the Aries says, "My gosh, I just left that relationship. He was so selfish and all about him." Yes, yes. And a lot of these Dusties, they dealt with women who have always had their back and, paying for stuff, paying for half of the bills, all of that stuff. They are accustomed to having these type of women provide for them. So, that's what they do. They go out and look for women who are going to invest their money into their so-called dreams or scams or whatever it is. But it's basically almost, I want to say, like a love romance game is basically what it is. So you're just a number. And so you really need to recognize that. I know a lot of you are dealing with your exes trying to get back in contact with you. And like I say this all the time. I know I said this last year too. I'm gonna say it this year. But if you have not gotten the respect or the person that you were seeing all of a sudden tries to come back, and here it is, November, maybe they started trying to come back around September. It's because it's getting cold. You know what I mean? So that is what a Dusty does. A Dusty will try to come back into your life or try to get back with you when the seasons change. Okay, it starts to get colder because they need to have a place where they're gonna be able to come hang out all the time or stay in with you. That's what a lot of Dusties do. They have a woman that they stay with, and usually stuff is not in their names or nothing like that. They don't do nothing. They always have one of their baby mamas or something like that, because that's how they do their thing. Uh, that's how they play that game. And you can't hate the player, you got to hate the game, but you can't hate the player. But this is how these Dusties are in their disguise. They hide behind a lot of different women. And most of the time, they, like I said, they date two, three, it's a numbers game. And so, like, if Keisha's not acting right, then he'll go to, and so he's always got his stuff in rotation. That is how he goes about and makes his living, basically. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of women get caught up because they don't understand that that's not really love what they're getting from that person. They're just getting that quick fix of validation or some attention, or anything. And then the truth is that if you're doing that, ladies, we need to be investing and working on ourselves so we can get a healthy relationship where you're not going to have to be dealing with that type of energy from guys. You're going to spot it from a mile away, and you're going to go the other way, or you're going to be able to recognize that game they run on you when you first meet them. Okay, so let me get here and read a little bit what I wrote here. And these, I read about four different things and a little bit more. Okay, so some signs that you are dealing with a dusty. Okay, we're getting into the shadow work tonight, okay, y'all? So, one of the signs is worrying about spending money on you, ladies, okay? Um, you guys, I have to take this call, but if you can, I will be right back. Just come right back, okay?